He is. We don't look good, so we got to sound good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Eldora Speedway for the conclusion of the 28th Dirt Late Model Dream. $128,000 on the line later on this evening. We are 14 laps in, 86 laps remain. But before we get to that point, James, we have got the Chasing the Dream races. Did you come up with that name?
No, but I like it. Remember, I think you and I talked about it.
It was our idea.
When was
we
it
should get
announced
royalties
back
on
in,
this.
I believe in Muskegon County back early July that we saw the press release on that thinking, well, maybe they'll get enough for one feature. They've got 66 drivers that have never won a feature, so there'll be 3 features tonight.
That's good math.
20 laps apiece. Well, so 22 in each feature.
22 in each feature, yep. And they will be 20 laps each. And that is for any driver that is not currently in the Dirt Late Model Dream this year's, the 28th, and any driver that has not ever won, that has never won a late model feature at Eldora.
And there will be no heat races tonight because they will hot lap and group qualify.
I like
no
this.
Heat races, no B mains tonight. We'll run 3 features.
This is sounding like a fairly quick night.
It is. We still got 86 laps to go, though.
Okay, there is that. Yeah. So we will hot lap qualify the 66 Chasing the Dream drivers.
Right.
And we will. Why does your monitor look different from the video board, by the way?
I don't know, because I've got a special monitor. Because I'm special, I guess. Mine is sponsored by Rocket Race Cars.
It's a Valvoline, yes.
Valvoline Rocket Race Cars there with Brandon Shepard.
Yeah.
Who
want to
is
get someone to look
the
at that.
dream.
Your monitor is very different from what I'm seeing on the video board right now.
I got inside information.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now we're on the same page.
Down to the Kevin Kovac Memorial Media Center.
The Media Center, that's right. So 66 drivers, 3 20-lap races, 22 cars each for anyone that is not currently in the Dirt Late Model Dream and has never won a late model feature at Eldora before. And there are some surprises on that list.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you look at each one of these.
Mike Marlar.
Mike Marlar. Who knew?
John Henry is here. He's in the Rick DeLong car. He's a 2-time Eldora track champ. He has never won. He's won in a modified. Marlar has won in a modified. They've never won in a late model at Eldora. Andrew Riome.
Andrew Riome has run here a lot and never won.
Never won in a late model.
And you got Jensen Ford in a Masters built tonight instead of the TNT.
Yes, that is correct.
He's in the Jim Beeman, the McCarter Brothers 83 tonight.
There's Tom Ramey back there in that C.J. Rayburn. Yes, the John Lawhorn throwback.
I wish John was driving. John is 72 years old. He wouldn't be eligible, though, because he's won here before.
He's won a few races.
He's won some track titles here before. But, yeah, John Henry's won, 2 late model and 1 modified track title, but he's never won a late model feature.
That's right. That is correct. Yeah, Tyler Carpenter is here in the Robert Earl-owned 44. It takes us back to our Battle of the Bluegrass days.
For those Kentuckiana fans, Robert Earl, of course, have a Louisville. Kentuckiana fans, Louisville, Kentucky, Robert Earl. And Scotty Earl drove it. I believe Johnny Wheeler drove it a little bit as well. But in a Robert Earl-owned Kryptonite for Tyler Carpenter, it'll be 44 on the side.
It is.
There you go. There you go.
All right, so we've got 66. We got 44. We've got a pair of co-announcers with us down on the Eldora stage right now. We are blessed, as always, to be joined. Hi, Mike. We are blessed to be joined, as always, by our esteemed colleagues, Mike Norris and Ben Shelton.
Well, we're down here actively looking for our camera people. No big worries. Well, I tell you what, Mike, we're down here. It's taken 88 days, but we're going to find out who is going to win the 28th Dirt Late Model Dream. And for Chris Madden, it's probably felt like 88 years. He probably feels like the old lady from Titanic. It's been so long. But he'll bring us back to the green flag later tonight. But I want to know, you're a guy that likes to see first-time winners. We're going to see 3 first-time winners tonight in the Chasing the Dream. Are you a big fan of what they've added here tonight with those programs?
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be unbelievable. I remember when my good friend Darren Freeman from Dyer's Top Rods won a non-qualifiers event.
And they partied all night.
The highlight of his career, still to this day, is getting on Eldora stage. 3 guys for the first time are going to get up here on the Eldora stage. It's going to be amazing. And this is what they live for. This is what they dream about, getting on Eldora stage tonight. 3 guys are going to fulfill that dream.
Well, that's the first of 4 nights here. Of course, we talk about finishing the 28th annual Dirt Late Model Dream. Chris Madden, the car he was leading in when he was here back in June, he took it to I-80, and he left there with I-80 with it, but it wasn't in the same condition. That car got junked out there. Chris has done what he did back in June, though. He's taken the past 3 weeks off, no racing to get ready, And that's going to be the big question. Can Madden finally get the monkey off his back here at the Big E?
Well, you definitely think so, as of course going to be leading off first. But you got guys like Tim McCready, Jonathan Davenport starting back there a little ways. I got a chance to talk to some of the guys up front. Carson Ferguson. I told Carson, come on, not Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson. He's starting up front. Just send it. I'm going to go talk to Strickler in a little bit. We're going to strategize about what he's going to do. So some of these guys up front that have never won a big event are not expected to win a big event here. Why not? Go for it.
I mean, you do. I mean, Hudson O'Neill's won the Topless to Show Me the Pittsburgher, but he finds himself in a podium spot as we restart. A lot of names at the front that you'd expect, maybe some that you wouldn't. You throw them all together. That's the beauty of Eldora. And before we throw it back up top, not only do we have these great races tonight, not only are we going to see some first-time winners, your good buddies are going to be rocking the house when the show's over tonight. Talk about the entertainment presented by SRI when tonight's show's over.
Yeah, my buddies from Shelby, North Carolina, Dirty Grass Soul is going to be rocking. When we get done, I better see everybody over the fan zone. Dirty Grass Soul is going to put on one heck of a show tonight. So once the party's done here at the racetrack, we're going to take it right over the fan zone. We're going to have some fun. Thanks to our friends at SRI. Dirty Grass Soul's here tonight. It's going to be a rocking time.
Well, Dustin, James, we got all kinds of great racing. We got Dirty Grass Soul. We got push trucks pushing each other around the racetrack right now. I'm not sure if one of it's under power, but hey, he's got a buddy pushing him around. It's going to be a fun 4 days here at the Big E, and it all starts here tonight.
I heard through the grapevine that Mike Norris was going to jump on one of the microphones with Dirty Grass Soul tonight.
He's trying to turn his mic on. I'll answer for him. He says yes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, good deal.
Well,
Nope.
didn't they do that? Bloomquist, Strickler, and Tyler Ivy once there.
No, that was Trent Ivy. Definitely
Ivy.
Trent Ivy. We're back on
did
the
I say
Tyler
Tyler
Ivy.
Ivy?
Here we go.
I tell you what, when Scott shows up, we'll get him up there. We'll get Strickler up there. We'll get Ferguson, like old times. Get the North Carolina boys. We're going to put on one hell of a show.
Yeah, I don't know if Bloomquist has left Tennessee yet. As of a little while ago,
not
he
here
was
yet, no.
Not on the property. Look at the flag stand, DJ and James. We
Yeah.
got push truck on push truck violence right now.
Yeah, and the thing is, they have been pushing it. The one has been pushing the other for a complete lap. Yeah, there it is. There was not a hard left-hand turn into the infield. So
yeah, and they got to be careful. They can turn him. No bump drafting here at the Big E.
And he could also fail the droop rule if he's
Oh,
not
my.
careful there. Hey, another question, Ben, that has arisen, and we'll clarify it right now. It has arisen. It has arisen on social media. You don't have to be in the same car you were in here
No.
at the Dream the Dream back in June, because obviously 3 months down the road, blah blah blah. So
Well-
like Madden, like you said, Madden destroyed a car at I-80. So obviously he's got a new car, and there's other drivers, obviously Bab and a Longhorn now, and so on and so forth. So just want to clarify that they don't have to be in the exact same car they were in back in June.
That's correct. Next day, you would have to be, or you have to go to the back of the next race. 3 months apart. I mean, the statute of limitations has run out, my friends. You can change cars when you come back 88 days later.
How about this now? He is not going to be in any of the races tonight. He'll be allowed to hot lap, but he'll be trying for the world. Rick Eckert driving for Bruce Kane. Now, Bruce Kane, that car, Dale Hollage, remember, sat on the pole at Port Royal for the Rumble at the River 2 Saturday nights ago, right, Ben? And now Eckert in that car, the 15K entry here this week, and that's a rather interesting turn of events there.
Yeah, Rick was very excited about this. Of course, Bruce Kane owns All About Wraps, and they've got a long-time friendship. First time he's going to drive for him, though, and it's going to be weird to see Scrub in a 15K, but that's what he's going to be tonight. Great-looking race car. And, of course, Rick just picked up his 7th win of the year. He won over at, I believe, Selinsgrove last weekend. So it's cool to see Eckert here tonight, debuting in a new race car. And, of course, he's a guy that, DJ, I know you'll agree, we don't get to see Scrub here at the Big E as much as we'd like anymore.
And also, how about Mark Whitener in the Jason Welshon Savage car, the only Savage in it here, a brand-new car for him.
Yeah, he's piled up 16 wins this year, has Whitener across different chassis, not just the Savage, but he's had success in the Savage. He's had that car for about a year now. And, of course, the former ride that he was in, the 58, the Big Frog Motorsports car, Ashton Winger in that car. And Ashton, he's enjoyed some success over the past month as well. So some guys hopping some rides coming back to the Big E. Hey, man, look, the sport changes by the day, much less 88 days apart. We got some familiar faces and some new rides. It's going to be fun to see how it all shakes out here tonight.
Dustin adjusts his headset. Are you okay over there, buddy?
No, I got an earpiece malfunction. I got my whole earpiece came off.
Not a way to start tonight. How about Carson Hocevar, Ben, the regular on the NASCAR camping? Well, I guess it'll be back to Camping World Truck Series, right?
It will. No, it'll be Craftsman next year.
Craftsman
Truck
right?
Series.
That's
Yeah,
Camping World
in
Series.
the 40,
Kryptonite.
yeah, the Kryptonite car.
Now, that's for Nice Motorsports. And
It
you're
is.
thinking Nice Motorsports. Well, Cody Summer is there, right?
Yep.
And Nice Motorsports. And obviously, Tyler Carpenter got the the ride at Knoxville earlier this year by winning the Gateway Dirt Nationals last December.
That is correct.
So
Yep.
Nice Motorsports has a kryptonite for Carson Hocevar.
That's cool.
And that is one fine-looking race
Yeah,
car,
it's a great
Dustin.
looking car. Absolutely. It's I think it's a Night Owl Designs car. I think I saw Dylan Brady's post on that. That's a good looking car. Cameron Weaver, no, not Cameron Weaver. Check that. Cameron Marlar with a good looking car back there in the pits as well, James.
So we've in the 3 features tonight, we've got
Yeah.
2 Robertsons, Jeff
Yes.
and Josh. We've got 2 Marlers, Cameron and Mikey. We've got 2 Carpenters, right? Tyler and Freddie, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know.
That what else do we have? We don't have a winger and a winger. I know that.
But we do have John Hodgkiss. I believe this is his first race of the year, right?
Yes.
The former Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway track champion.
In the 69.
In the
Yes,
69
that is
car.
correct. Yes.
That's right. Johnny Huck. Glad to have him out.
Good looking car. Yep.
It's a good looking car.
Oh man, we have fun.
I like they all look great to me, but the Rick DeLong car for
You
John
like that
Henry,
car? Yeah, you've been up here
I'm just
gushing over it.
Yeah, and you got some colors. Daryl Lanigan, second time ever in a white car.
Oh my, how did he do the first time?
I don't know. 7 or 8 years ago, he ran a white car here.
Why
Well,
don't we
ask
find
him.
out?
Ask him, Ben.
Go down there and find out.
Well,
He's
we're
there.
going to ask him right now, James. You ask, and I aim to please. Daryl Lanigan, I understand, second time ever in a white race car. James Essex just laid that on us. How did it fare the last time you were in a white race car?
I can't remember. We had an Integra car up there then. It was white, and we made the show, but I really don't remember what we finished.
All right, so you were going to shake this down at the Earl Baltus Classic. Mother Nature dropped about 3 inches of rain here. So tonight, your previous Dirt Late Model Dream winner in 03, so you can't run one of the non-winner races, and you're not in the Dream, so you get some practice sessions tonight. Is that actually a better case scenario for you as you shake down this new Capital?
Yeah, we need to shake it down a little bit, but I think Tony's got a pretty good setup on it, so I think we'll be all right.
How did this deal come together for you to drive one of Tony's Capitals?
We needed something to do there, and Tony had a car out there, and he's like, hey, man, come drive my backup car, and we'll go to Eldora, and so it all worked out.
It's kind of hard to say no to that kind of deal, right?
It really is. He's been a really good friend and helped me out on a bunch of situations, so this deal worked out pretty good.
Not a ton of racing this year for you and the team. How glad are you to get back in the driver's seat this weekend?
It's really cool, especially to come up here to Eldora. We love to come up here, and hopefully we can run good.
Well, guys, Daryl Lanigan's going to make a debut tonight. Some practice laps. This white number 29 Tony Jackson Jr. Racing Capital race car. We'll head down to the other end of pit road, where I believe Mr. Mike Norris is caught up with the high side tickler.
Yeah, the high side tickler, or sticky ticky, after a big win at the Fairbury Speedway. Boy, we're so close not too long ago, the Intercontinental. Here you are starting off in 6th position for the Dirt Late Model Dream. Have you game planned? Have you thought about it?
That was a big win at Fairbury there, and gave me a lot of momentum coming into my favorite racetrack here in Eldora. And inside that top 10, starting 6th, so keep the tires on it. Racetrack will probably have a little bit more grip, and I think we're in a pretty good spot. We're going to ride for a little bit and then be there at the end, and hopefully have all the air in the tires and get that big crown jewel that I'm wanting so bad.
Well, that was my next question. You went right into it. At any point, you don't really want to let these guys get away from you. Keep pace with them, and at what point do you decide to just say, F it, send it?
Yeah, it's a little different modified racing than it is late model racing here, but we'll be there. I think inside the last 20 is when you really got to be able to show your cards, and you don't know if a caution's going to come or not. But if we can be close with inside with 20 to go and have a really good race car and be in position, that's going to be the important thing.
Well, we're ready to watch you put on a show, my man.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is my favorite place in the country to come to, and just looking for an exciting week here, and man, this place is going to be electric.
The high side tickler set ready to go here at the Dream. Ben?
Well, if that's the high side tickler, I would say Earl Pearson Jr., normally the low side tickler. You like the low side of the racetrack. But, man, I tell you what, a couple of weeks ago, Port Royal, the top side, was pretty good to you. What did it mean to this team to pick up that $50,000 win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series?
Well, it means a lot to all of us, the owners, the sponsors, everybody involved, the team, myself, and, when you race so many races week in and week out and you don't win, you always start looking at yourself, what's going on here. But, our car's been good most all year, and we've been really good at Port Royal, and we come up there with a victory, and, that was for my dad, my mom, everybody upstairs watching over us. But, here at Eldora this weekend, and I'm a lap down in this first race here, so we'll probably use this as a test session and see what we can get prepared for the rest of the weekend.
All right, so let's say you get out there and somehow, some way you get that lap back. Does it change anything for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If I can make this lap up, that means our car is extremely good. So if I could do something like that, we'll definitely try to go all the way back around and go all the way to the front. But I don't know. There's an awful lot of good cars in the feature, of course, and it'd be awful tough to get the lap back. But, hey, you never know. We'll stay out there and make some laps, see what we can do. And if it ain't looking like we can come up through there, we'll just pull in and let all the other guys just finish their race out.
Well, Earl, in 06, you won the World 100, and you went to that Eldora Victory Lane stage. You've been close in the dream. Tonight, 3 guys are going to pull on that stage for the first time ever. Do you remember what it was like to pull up there into Victory Lane for the first time at Eldora?
You better believe I do. I mean, this is like the Daytona 500, any way you look at it. I mean, this racetrack here is just a lot of history, a lot of fans, a lot of people back home watching this deal. And anytime you can go across that scale and see the green light and get yourself on that stage up there, I mean, when you climb out of the car, it's just unbelievable. It takes a little bit of time to set in, but I'm telling you what, it's just unbelievable. And, the first time I did, I had a Carlton Lamb, a Kemp Lamb, and Matt Langston just lost his daughter this past week, and I was at the funeral last week, and McCready and Davenport. A lot of racers was involved in that, but just friends that we had, Jason Fitzgerald and all them guys to be on that stage, it was special.
Well, guys, Earl Pearson Jr. tonight might be just a practice session, but guess what? He is going to go after his second World 100 title here this weekend. He'll be in the Papich Racing number 46.
All right.
By the way, we had 107 pre-entries. Now, remember, there's guys not here tonight that can run tomorrow that have already won a feature here. So
that is true.
Guys like Kent Robinson, I think Devin Gilpin, you can name a few. But speaking of green lights, Scott Bloomquist not here yet. He is in the dream, by the way.
Yes.
But he has not arrived on the grounds here in Rossburg,
He might
Ohio.
still be camping in Tennessee. I don't know.
Could be.
Tell you what, we will find out. We are going to step out of here for a quick set of commercial breaks, James. And when we come back, Ben Shelton and Randy Weaver will talk shop on the Eldora stage. Those of you watching at home on FloRacing, don't go anywhere. This is the 28th running of the Dirt Late Model Dream here at Eldora.
Hey race fans, picture this, a tap house with 46 taps where you make all the choices, paying by the ounce as you try all of your favorites on our unique self-serve pouring wall. Sure Shot Tap House offers something for everyone, from crafts, ciders, and seltzers to old favorite domestics, bourbon, and wine. Oh, and let's not forget our awesome beer-inspired food menu. So race fans, while at Eldora, be sure to check out the Sure Shot Tap House. Online at SureShotTapHouse.com, just right down the road in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Tom Buzzy.
I'm Alan Buzzy.
And the story continues with us. Racing has been part of our family as long as I can remember. Started in Dad's garage, and finally it grew and grew to busy enough where
Dad called me, and that's where I joined the business.
some of our customers, they've been customers of ours, some of them since I was in high school.
One of the coolest things you hear is someone calls and they say, so-and-so told me to take it to Buzzy.
Word of a racer, it means a lot.
If you want to be remembered, you got to do more than just win. You got to get them out of their seats. You got to give them the slide job, cushion pounding, no holds barred racing they paid to see. This is dirt track. That means pushing it to the edge and laying it all on the line. Yeah, you might wreck. So what? We'll help you get back out there so they can watch you try it again and again. Pit Stop USA. Live like legends.
Introducing the latest technology in the racing industry, Spring Rhythm. Spring Rhythm is an app that can replace a spring smasher, giving you access to the same information the fast guys are using to stay ahead. The app tells you where to set your coilover nuts to hit your install loads and tells you the dynamic loads that the car will see in travel. It also simplifies adjustments at the track, giving you the information needed to adjust loads without taking the shock off the car. Spring Rhythm has been rigorously tested to ensure accuracy. There's no excuse to not be using a spring smasher.
Legacies aren't built overnight. They take passion, desire, and a fire that burns within. For 20 years strong, we've been there to help you fuel that fire. And we'll continue to be there as your history is made. Pit Stop USA. Live like legends.
Hi, I'm Tom Buzzy.
And I'm Lori Buzzy.
And this is our story. 2010, 2011, we decided to start our own family business of Buzzy Racing. 4-cylinder cars at Hickory and Daytona with NASCAR cars. We have a son that races. We have 2 grandchildren that race. I feel like from our customers' perspective, they appreciate that. We understand their situation. We understand their budget concerns, what they need in technology. It's something we've done for so many years, and we're very fortunate to be able to pass that on to our customers. Hi, I'm Tom Buzzy.
And I'm Lori Buzzy.
And this is our story. 2010, 2011, we decided to start our own family business of Buzzy Racing. 4-cylinder cars at Hickory and Daytona with NASCAR cars. We have a son that races. We have 2 grandchildren that race. I feel like from our customers' perspective, they appreciate that. We understand their situation. We understand their budget concerns, what they need in technology. It's something we've done for so many years, and we're very fortunate to be able to pass that on to our customers. Hi, I'm Tom Buzzy.
And I'm Lori Buzzy.
And this is
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway. As we've got unfinished business tonight, Randy Weaver, the 28th annual Dirt Late Model Dream, 86 laps remaining for $128,000. And my friend, we saw you last week on the road to Eldora, back by popular demand. They're starting to vote. They want Dustin gone, they want Essex gone, they want Norris gone, they want me gone. They just want more Weaver all the time. How have you handled your stardom since our last race here at Eldora?
Well, I don't know about all that, but it is a privilege to get to do this and work with you guys. But, you know, it's been amazing how much feedback I've got just walking around with fans, asking questions, and, you know, and just wanting to know more about our cars nowadays. And they already love our sport. They're just wanting more information. So it's worked out really well.
All right, let's talk about Chris Madden. For 88 days, he's been thinking about the fact that he is sitting in the lead, 14 laps in for a race that pays $128,000 to win. How would you have handled that in the heyday of your career, having waited that long to go after a 6-figure payday?
I don't know. Back then, I raced so much. I didn't sleep a lot anyway, but I guarantee he hadn't slept a whole lot the last few days. And it's not questioning his ability or whatever. It's just all the little things that can bite you here at Eldora. You know, it's bit him before, so I know he's played that through his head. But, you know, I honestly had him to win it, picked to win last time, and looked like he's well on his way. But now we're 88 days later, different time of year, different humidity, different track prep. Man, anything can change. That same setup very rarely ever works again that good in a different condition. So be interesting to see how quick they can adapt and change their track prep. And the good thing is it gets started up front, so clean air is big.
Also, you're a guy that came here. You won a heat race. You had some top 10 runs. For 3 guys tonight to pull onto the stage, I asked Earl Pearson Jr. about this. I want to ask you, what would it have meant in your career to pull onto this stage? That's something that 3 guys are going to accomplish tonight for the first time ever.
Well, it don't matter what it's for. If you get a pull on this stage, you've done something, and it's an accomplishment to come to Eldora, the biggest stage, everything that you've always dreamed about. So if it's 5,000 to win or 1,000, whatever, it don't matter. You're on the stage. Then you just got to concentrate on doing it again this weekend.
All right, before we throw it back up top to James and DJ, I want to know a couple of things you've got your eyes on tonight that do not involve Chris Madden. What's some of the storylines you see as we get ready for this event?
Well, a couple of things. The Lanigan in the Capital car I think is very interesting. You know, I drove one of those cars last year for Richard Austin and worked really close with the Capital and had a lot of success around home. So I feel like Lanigan's driving style fits that car, so that's going to be interesting. Tony Jackson always has good equipment, so that'll be kind of a dark horse that I think will be surprising. The other thing is for Overton, I mean, he's still been good this year, but not as dominant. I think the rule change and a couple of things throwed him a curve, but no doubt he knows how to get around here, and, you know, he's starting up front too. So my eye will be on those two to see how it works out.
James, DJ, what about this guy, Randy Weaver? Great insight as we get things getting ready to fire up. I don't care if it's the first night. I don't care if it's a Wednesday night. These cars fired up, hearing that roar behind me, nothing gets your blood pumping like being at the Big E and hearing these cars down here on pit road.
My favorite Weaver. Move over Cameron, move over Kevin, move over John Wayne.
How did he become a star? Two years ago,
Through
2020, through FloRacing, through the Intercontinental Classic, and what was the other one we were in?
The Stream.
The Stream.
Yes.
He became known as Stream Weaver.
Never mind the fact that he was ranked #1 in the Dirt on Dirt Top 25 poll for a few weeks. Nobody remembers when he raced. Yeah, everyone remembers him from his broadcast
and the 40
career.
other people here that weekend that
that all got COVID. That all got COVID.
Oh my! But we introduced him to the world, didn't we?
Yes. Nobody knew.
Randy Weaver. Yes. Well, we've heard of Randy Weaver, the 116, of course, but we didn't know he was, you know.
So good.
How about this, though? Dennis Rodman is on FloRacing last weekend. Did you see that?
No, what?
At the motocross race
no.
on FloRacing last Saturday.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman was on the broadcast.
Oh, my.
Yes.
What color was his hair?
I'm not sure. He's like the Mother Teresa of the United States, isn't he? Dennis Rodman. You never know.
Yes. Yes.
So I tell you what, guys, real quick, Randy, they were talking about up top that James said that we introduced you to the world. I feel like Randy Weaver was known in the racing world long before you got on the microphone. What do you got to say to James about that?
Well, probably in my own little world I was, but you know, I've raced about all my life and grew up around it, and was blessed enough to get the right people around me, and we had a lot of success in our area. But you know, doing this, it just reaches so many other people. And it's amazing to see the response we get from just trying to be part of the sport that we all love.
Well, guys, again, they're down here on pit road getting ready. We're going to try to dig up some storylines, but I would imagine any moment we're going to have these cars on the speedway for hot laps here tonight.
Well, another driver that's going to be in one of these features coming up, R.J. Conley. You figured R.J. or Rod's not here, but R.J. Conley, and his throwback to his father's 1986 scheme. Of course, we lost Delmich back in January, and man, oh man, that's still it's like C.J. Rayburn, of course, and Dwayne Ragland, and all the great people we've known over the years, and our heart still breaks for those families. But R.J. Conley has never won a feature here at Eldora.
Yeah, you know, and Michael Rigsby and I were talking about this last night. You know, one of the things that I think Conleys have always been so kind of associated with this track and racing throughout the state and everything else. But I think for many, many, many years, really they just ran the dream in the world, right?
Right.
And so, you know, that might be some of it. Yeah, this I tell you what, and credit to Ben, he mentioned earlier, these 3 20-lap Chasing the Dream features are going to be fun, I think. Again, we're about to hot lap qualify these drivers. They've already been split into groups. There will be group A, B, and C, right? So there's 22 drivers in each group, and they're going to qualify. And they're going to line up for a 20-lap feature. The top 4 will be inverted. It's that simple.
And again, as you mentioned earlier, you cannot have been part of the dream from here in June.
Correct.
So those 24 drivers were not, and even though there would have been some eligible that have never won here, they can't do it because they're in the dream. And then it's just great. And like I said, remember when this was announced, it's like, you know, they was going to do 3 features, hopefully. And it's like, man, I don't know if we can get enough for one. And here we end up with 66 drivers that never won it. There's Carson Hocevar.
Gosh, that is a good-looking car.
That's cool. It's a kryptonite car. Andy's Frozen Custard. How long has they been in racing with like Terry Phillips?
Yes.
Obviously over the years.
Yes.
But Carson Hocevar, 19 years old, Winchester 400 winner a couple of years ago.
Yes, he did. He won it a couple in 2020, right?
Yes, and he won the Red Bud, which is an Anderson?
Yes. Not Red Buck. The Red Bud.
Not the Red Buck
girls. That's right.
Oh, my. Where
what
are
happened to
the
them?
Neats at? Where's
did
Brad Neat at? when you
Copart
need him?
probably got him. Copart took him away.
Yeah. Oh,
Buying
my,
everything
that's
else.
another subject.
We miss Dustin and Brad Neat.
We do. Have not seen them in a while.
I know. Well, sorry.
41 and 25.
Taking a drink of my water.
That's all right. Well, Victor Lee's here. He's a 3-time Battle of the Bluegrass Dirt Car Series champion.
Yes,
Danny
he is.
Hatcher owns his car.
The 6 car. That is right.
6 car. So, Mike Marlar, former Battle of the Bluegrass Series champion as well.
There's a good look right there. Right there, kind of in the middle of your screen, that white and blue 44.
There it is.
That's the Robert Earl owned 44 of Tyler Carpenter. He did drive that car, James, a couple weeks ago at Richmond.
Robert
Richmond,
Earl out of
Kentucky,
Louisville,
yes.
Kentucky. Long-time driver, of course. Regular at Richmond, Kentucky as well over the years throughout Brownstown,
So
of course.
because you and I announced the Battle of the Bluegrass Series for many years. Scotty Earl, his son, drove for him. Johnny Wheeler drove a second car for him. I feel like there was somebody else that drove a 44?
There was one night at Bluegrass Speedway in Bardstown, Kentucky. Scotty Earl got thrown out before the race started. Thrown out.
I remember this.
Put in Earl Plessinger. You remember Earl Plessinger?
Yes, I do.
Still runs modified.
The Indiana driver.
Put him in the Indiana driver. Put him in the car, and he won the race that night.
No.
Won the feature, yes.
You announced that race.
I was not there, no, but I know Scotty Earl was asked to leave, and he left.
Well, I didn't announce it. Who announced it?
I could have
Probably
been Spanky.
Mikey,
Probably
Michael
Spanky.
Spain. Probably.
But that is the truth. Earl Plessinger drove it and won the late model feature that night in the 44 car.
So it's Plessinger,
It's
not
Plessinger.
Plessinger.
It's not Plessinger.
No, not
It's
Plessinger.
It's not Frank Plessinger from Hagerstown. It's Plessinger.
Plessinger. Wow, look
Thank
at you.
I just want to go there.
Thank you.
Where's Yakel? Yakel's not here, is he?
I know. No, and I called him Yackle yesterday. I like Yak better. Yackle.
Maybe he'll be here tomorrow.
There's Andrew Riome. Well, that was Andrew. 288s on the racetrack. The black one that you just saw, that was Andrew Riome out of Blenheim, Ontario, Canada. The blue 88 is Trent Ivey.
Little head knocker.
That's right.
No relation to Tyler Ivey.
No relation. That's right. Who else we got? Jeremy Creech on the track, former stock car driver here at Eldora in the 17. He's over in turn number 2.
First full year in a super late model.
It
Been running
is.
crates. He and his son Blake out of Richmond, Indiana, the 47-year-old in that Rocket Dargy.
There he is.
There he is.
Down the back straightaway. We've also got Stormy Scott coming off turn number 4 in the Mesilla Valley Transportation Rancho Milagro number 2S.
Of course, his brother won a preliminary here at the World last year, right?
Yes, he did.
And he led for a while in the 50th World 100.
Yes, he did. Forrest Trent, James, also on the Speedway.
Not Trent Forrest.
Not Trent Forrest. Not Trent Fulmer.
No, the 101 car. That's a nice-looking race car as
You
well.
like that car? It's got kind of a Ronnie Delk look to it. He's at the end of turn number 1 there, camera folk, and that white and yellow and black number 101.
Trent now to Jefferson City, Tennessee. That's a Longhorn car. Back full-time in a super late model, Clements Power Plant under the hood.
There he is. So this will be hot lap qualifying. That's why there's only 5 drivers on the track, James. This is Group A as well. So they're actually going to, because there's 5 cars on the track, they'll get an extra lap. They're going to get 3 laps, right?
Right.
They will stand on their best qualifying lap. Again, this is just Group A. So 22 drivers total. And the way they qualify will determine the 20-lap Group A chasing the Dream Feature Night with the top 4 inverted.
Andrew Riome, the Rocket Cornet, Westside Performance, Jay Coulter and Sons Trucking, SM Freight, Industrial, and RB Construction, All-Star Performance, Stormy Scott, the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rancho Milagro Racing, Eagle Moon Hemp Farm and Labs, Big Deal Car Care, Ed and True Healy, Top of the World Ranch Slicker Graphics, Longhorn Clements, Trent Ivey, the Longhorn Clements, Ivy Construction, Highway 29 Grill, and the caution is out on the track. Southern Legacy, Schaefer's Oil is sponsoring Trent Ivey there, the blue and white 88. Forrest Trent and the Longhorn Clements, Service 101, Trent Logging, Max Tires Solutions. Max Tire Solutions, Bob.
Good job.
That? You got
DJ,
that?
not
DJ.
Bob. Yes, close. Close, about the same height.
Not TNC Transportation, driven to save lives. And Jeremy Creech and the Rocket Dargy, all about asphalt. Pardo's Towing, Quality Electrostatic Painting. Millstone, also Macy State and Racing. Riggle, Waterman, Mortuary, and Wildfire Motor sponsoring Jeremy Creech.
Did you get through all 5?
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Andrew
Very good.
Riome, Stormy Scott, Trent Ivey, Forrest Trent, Forrest Trent Ivy.
Forrest Trent Ivy, I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, Andrew Realm, the fastest right now, is the dirt draft score. Oh, by the way, did you set your dirt draft lineup, James?
Do we do all 3 features tonight plus the
you
completion
do
of the
one
dream?
collective group of 5 for the 3 features.
All
yes.
Right. Have you got your set in?
Absolutely, I did.
I'm
Absolutely, I
still-
set my dirt draft lineup, and here's the reason: is because with dirt draft, there's the original dream contest. There's also a dream do-over contest that anybody can jump in and draft, and then there's the chasing the dream contest as well. So you get 3 different opportunities tonight. Stormy Scott, the quickest right now with a 1.6658. Trent Ivy, second quick with a 1.6712. Forrest Trent, third quick with a 1.7086. Again, the name's reversed on my screen here. Andrew Realm, fourth quick with a 1.7100. And Jeremy Creech is the fifth quick with a 1.7891. So Stormy Scott, the time to beat in what we're going to call Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying at a 1.6658 for Group A.
Up next will be the 39 out of Bryan, Ohio. That'll be Brandon Moore in the Kryptonite 8-hour more engine. Chris Decker, plumbing, heating, and cooling. The number 2 is going to be Tom Ramey, formerly out of Liberty, Indiana, home of
John Lawhorn.
Well, no, home of Whitewater Valley Speedway.
Okay,
Union
yes,
County
I've been
Speedway.
there. Yes,
yeah,
the biggest 10 wins I've ever had.
The Lawhorn Machine and Tool. Tom Ramey out of New Paris, Ohio.
That's,
then the 2X and a Warrior.
There
North
he
Augusta,
is.
South Carolina's John Henderson, Clements Powered, H&A Development, Jordan Trotter, Commercial Real Estate, ATC Site Construction, JCH Farms, PJR Asphalt. And the 23 out of Loudon, Tennessee will be Corey Hedgecock and that Black Diamond Eagle, W Hardscapes and Masonry, Easy Go, Noble Knights Construction, Budge Transmissions, Pace Performance, Hickory, Hardscapes. And one more, the 29 out of Pataskil, Ohio, will be 37-year-old Clint Keenan in the Rockin' Mullins, DeVoe Construction, Keenan Concrete, Ohio Refrigeration, Deco Crete Supply, Tony Hunt Trucking, and Air Max Heating and Cooling, a fine sponsor on several teams in Dirt Late Model Racing. Thank you, Robert Sterrett. There you go.
Pataskil, home of your favorite Dairy Queen.
It is. That is number 1.
And have you seen they have built a Chipotle and they're getting a Starbucks.
I was just through there coming back from Port Royal.
Breakfast, lunch, and dessert all in one.
Very nice.
Yes, all in one spot.
That's awesome.
Did you get Steve Sabo? He's out there.
Steve Sabo's out of Fremont, Ohio.
Yes, he is.
He's 56 years old and a master's build.
Okay.
Our Place Bar and Grill, Denny's Timeout Tavern, and the Alley. Not Allie Collis or Allie Collis Davis.
Not Alice.
Alley. Not Alice Collins as Eddie Carrier Jr.
You got Brandon Moore.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Good job.
So we got Brandon Moore, Tom Ramey, John Henderson, Corey Hitchcock, Clint Keenan, Steve Sabo. So I don't think Ramey.
I don't believe the John Lawhorn looking like a Tom Ramey made it out there. We've got the rest of the drivers. Corey Hedgecock, the quickest in this group and the quickest overall now to 1.5596. And I think it's probably, since there's 5 cars, James, and they're getting 3 laps, it's probably going to be just as easy to get the quickest of the lap, right? The quickest of the 3 laps.
Sure.
Thank
John,
you.
how about John Henderson and that Warrior for Mike Knuckles?
Yes, good looking
Mike Knuckles
car.
built Warrior.
Yes, it is. He goes to the top of the leaderboard in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group A. John Henderson. I think it's because Ben Shelton was down there turning some wrenches a couple weeks ago. 1.6464. Corey Hedgecock, second quick at a 1.5596. Clint Keenan, third quick, 1.6619. Stormy Scott, Trent Ivy, Forrest Trent, Andrew Realm, Jeremy Creech, Steve Sabo, and Brandon Moore. Your top 10. Ben Shelton, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, hey, man, Road to Eldora goes through there. That car goes to the top of the leaderboard. Just saying. We'll see what Lanigan can do later tonight in the new Capitol. They were building it while we were there last week as well.
That was just amazing. That is still just keep on doing that every year. Road to Eldora, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Garrett Albertson out of Dubuque, Iowa. The Ken and Beth Roberts Racing, Black Diamond, Clements, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Romer Machine, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Sunoco, Dunright TV, Lucas Oil, Starved Rock Wood Products, Live, Claff, Love, Mitchell Ranch. The 1S out of Millport, Alabama will be Jeremy Shaw. He's in the Capitol. J. Dickens, Addie Grace Properties, Bud Coley Trucking, Steels Dye, Penske Shocks, Ken Jeter Store and Restaurant Supply. The J8, Jaden Frame out of Decker, Tennessee. In that Capitol Vic Hill, you see him on the screen there, J&J Construction, Teddy's Lawnmower Sales and Service, Russell Barnett Kia, United Truck Driving School, Powers Machine, Southeast Auto Direct. The 6 will be Victor Lee out of Danville, Kentucky, the Danny Hatcher, Longhorn, Durham, Hatcher's Auto Sales, Keltner Contracting, Riverwood Self-Storage, the 3-time Battle of the Bluegrass champion there in the 6 car, in the 22G in the Mark Rowland Capital Vic Hill. That'll be Will Rowland out of Jasper, Georgia, DJ in the Rowland Tire, Mountain Ridge Realty, RRR, and I said it again, RRR Investments, and Slicker Graphics, 22.
Not R&R Speedway.
No.
Not the old R&R Speedway in Zanesville, Ohio.
Unfortunately not, no.
Let's go look at Garrett Alberson. By the way, ran a $5,000 to win show at Attica Raceway Park the other night. I tried to talk to Garrett down the pit. Said, "Is that the first time you ever raced Attica?" And he said, "Well, yes and no." He said, "First time I ever actually ran a race there." He said, "But Earl, when I was crewing for him, went and tested there one time, and I got to turn a few laps in Earl's car."
Earl Pearson Jr., of course. Garrett Alberson, the top rookie in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, here so far in 2022.
Track looks like it continues to pick up a little bit of speed. Will Rowland going to be your fastest qualifier out of this group as it looks here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying. And I think it's going to stay that way. It is. Will Rowland, a half second quicker than anybody else, James. 1:5.771. Oh, my. Jeremy Shaw, second quick. 1:6.337. Garrett Alberson, third. John Henderson, fourth. Jaden Frame, fifth. And Victor Lee, sixth. Ben Shelton.
Now, they were not building that 22 while it was at Capital, but that's a pretty new Capital race car for that team. He's won a race with it. Will Rowland, he was here back in 2016, didn't have the best of luck. Back here this year. And I tell you what, how about these guys at the top of the leaderboard, some fresh faces, and Will Rowland and Jeremy Shaw in that 1S. He is a sleeper out of the South. Keep an eye on him this week.
And Ben, no real surprise with Jeremy Shaw because remember, he had a great run going during our Castrol FloRacing Night in America event back here in April before Lady Luck dealt him a bad hand.
Yeah, he did. He got away from him late there and missed the show by one spot, but two-time winner of the Super Late Models this year. First ever Super Late Model wins, both of the Mississippi State Series. Good to see Jeremy Shaw back here with us in that Jason Steele Racing 1S.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. Up next will be the 19R. That'll be Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Rocket Clements, Molly, TriStar Engines and Transmissions, Penske Shocks, ML Performance, Ramirez Motorsports, Ace Race Wraps, followed by the 99 out of Winfield, Tennessee. It'll be Cameron Marler in the Danny McLaughlin Longhorn Clements, 3 GM Steel, Mac Metal Sales, Bill Stein Shocks, Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, Hope Mental Health LLC, and the 71 DS. Is this his first time at Eldora, Dustin?
Yes, it is.
Sylvania, Ohio, 23-year-old Drew Smith in the Black Diamond Custom Racing for Recovery, the Distillery, Best Budget Inn, John's Corner Bar and Grill, J&R Flooring, and the 11 in his own self-designed AK race cars, formerly out of Ocala, Florida, now living in Harrisburg, North Carolina. That'll be Austin Kirkpatrick in the Victory Circle Auto Sales. Bob Areno, he's back. Bob Areno, Pete's and Race Engines, and Bill Stein Sox, and the 995. You know him as Dwight Falcon Jr., Manny Falcon out of Pine Grove, Louisiana. The Team Zero, J. Dickens, Falcon Trucking and Equipment, National Auto Parts, 995. There'll be one more, Chris Nash, here in this first feature group that'll be qualifying right now.
And I do not see Manny Falcon, James, but I do see Chris Nash out on the track.
Chris Nash in the 354. That is a domination. Rusty Schlenk.
Oh, my.
50 years old out of White Pigeon, Michigan. He's the custom-powered Octane Custom Trailers, Pit Performance Products, and Go Lithium 354. As they're all bunched up there in turn number 2, Dustin.
Looks
3
like a
laps
race
here.
I like it. This is why they get 3 laps as well, and this is why it's a 20-lap feature. I don't know. I kind of like this. It's kind of cool, right? Like, this is something neat for these guys that, as Ben mentioned earlier, they get a chance to stand on the Eldora Victory stage. Austin Kirkpatrick, it looks like, is going to be the fastest driver in this Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying session, and he is a 1:5.798. Ryan Gustin, third quick overall, 1:6.239. Cameron Marler, fourth, with a 1:6.328. So that will do it for Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group A. Unofficially, Will Rowland is your fastest qualifier at a 1:5.771. Austin Kirkpatrick, second quick at a 1:5.798. Ryan Gustin, third quick at a 1:6.239. Cameron Marler, fourth quick at a 1:6.328. James, and again, with the top 4 being inverted, that means Cameron Marler will be on the pole. Ryan Gustin on the outside for the first 20-lap Group A feature coming up here a little bit later on this evening.
And Manny Falcon and Tom Ramey both on the track. Not sure exactly if they will be allowed to qualify or not. They missed their order.
So
we'll see here, Dustin.
As the cars cross the scales, it is worth noting to the fans here, the fans here in the stands and the fans watching at home, normally you will see a green light come on when a car makes weight. Now, those of you that have been watching here in person will notice that light has stayed red throughout the duration of this Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying. For lack of better words, James, the green light is messed up, and it's just showing red for everybody. They're clearly made weight. You just saw right there, 2,407 pounds. But the red light is not turning green for some reason. They do have someone on the way to work on that.
We do have somebody on call,
I don't remember that on career day. I don't remember that being, hey, you make the red light green. I don't.
So there's literally no green light.
There will not be a green light. Yes, that's what I told James earlier. And just as we say that, we do have your final two qualifiers, James.
Andy Falcon in the Team Zero car to Pine Hee-Haw.
Yes, and John Law. No.
The John Lawhorn throwback. Yeah,
yes.
Tom Ramey out of New Paris, Ohio, formerly out of Liberty, Indiana. Who was your favorite character on Hee-Haw, by the way? I should ask you that on the 995. You see right there.
I just had a birthday a couple of days ago, but I'm not that old.
You never watched it all, even in reruns.
I mean, when I was like 4.
Well, yeah, obviously it was still on RFD television back then.
I'll get up out of my chair to change your TV channel.
I'll go with Buck Owens, maybe Minnie Pearl. Who do you go with?
Yeah, I like
Minnie
Pearl.
watched it.
I like Minnie Pearl. Yeah, Buck Owens. He had a tiger by the tail.
Not related to Jimmy,
right?
As far as we know.
It's not related to Jimmy. No. There's Manny Falcon. I hope someone can get a good look, and maybe we missed it. There's the Hee-Haw car. Maybe we can get a good look at that John Lawhorn throwback. James, you knew John Lawhorn well. Know him well.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely. He had the Corvette-bodied car like in 1982, maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, he ran it here at Eldora. He ran all around the Midwest several times. A J2 car.
Yes.
Out of Phillipsburg, Ohio.
Did he drive the Rat 1?
Yes, he did.
I thought so.
Yes, he did.
I thought he did. There's a Hoker Trucking speed shot. Manny Falcon third quick, and that'll shake up our top 4. So Manny Falcon going third fastest, Tom Ramey 20th, and that will officially conclude Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group A. Fourth quick and unofficially starting on the pole of the Group A Chasing the Dream feature, the Reaper Ryan Gustin with a lap of 1:62.39. Third quick starting in the outside front row, Manny Falcon in the 995 with a 1:59.48. Second quick in the 11K, Austin Kirkpatrick with a 1:57.98. And your overall quick qualifier in Group A, Will Rowland with a 1:57.71. And Ben Shelton and Mike Norris, this is exactly what we were talking about right here. Look, take nothing away from guys like Will Rowland and Austin Kirkpatrick and Manny Falcon, but whenever Eldora Speedway made the announcement of this Chasing the Dream feature, these were the type of drivers that I think that they had in mind might be up at the front of the field and might just get a chance to stand on the Eldora victory stage for the first time.
Well, you got to think that it helped, Mike. I mean, it gets some fresh faces here. And you know what? Let's not forget $5,000 to win tonight. It pays $600 to start, so you start the weekend with some cash in your pocket right off the bat.
Well, yeah, I think of, real quick, Austin Kirkpatrick. Remember last year, he was a story. He home built this car, built this car in his garage for one dream, to take it to Eldora Speedway and win with it. So the dream, chasing the dream, he's doing just that, and he's got a shot to put it up on the stage here tonight.
DJ and I were walking through the pit area earlier, and Austin Kirkpatrick wants to arm wrestle me for a Flow subscription for a year, but he might not need it. $5,000, he's going to buy his own Flow subscription, DJ.
There you go.
Absolutely
all right.
is.
Group 2, feature 2.
And he would still beat Ben in the arm wrestling match, too.
By the way, Junior Sample's getting a lot of votes. BR549 on here.
Oh, my, yes.
Joseph,
not to be confused with the band BR549.
No, nor Dirty Grass Soul, which will be performing here later on the night.
That's right. Thank you,
GOB
SRI.
Bob Gardner out of Washington, Illinois, and the Rocket Clements, Springfield Electric, Renegade Fuels, Dynamic Drive Lines, Gray Bar, Kirby Risk, Electrical Supply, All-Star Performance, Fastenal, Oberlander Electric, Kaiser Manufacturing. There's the 6. That'll be Parker Martin. He's out of Milledgeville, Georgia. The 18-year-old in the Longhorn Southeastern Performance Engine, Martin's Industrial, PMR Aviation, Sweats Portable Buildings, Fox Shocks, Willys Carburetors. Also scheduled to be out there should be Nick Finner, Joseph Joyner, Hunt the Front, the 10 out of Milton, Florida, the Capital J. Dickens, Langenfelder Mechanical Contracting, Base Fuels, Trading Paints, Hunt the Front, Penske Shocks, the law offices of Cole and Davis, and Mike Provenzano in the M27 out of Marcells, Illinois. The Pierce entry, Ryan Competition Engines, Kitty Car Auto Sales and Repair, A-Ron Buildings, Pitbull Motorsports Design, G&R Cab Company, and Country Automotive. And Nick Finner is out there, the 22 out of Morenci, Michigan, in the Mastersville Noonan Performance Engine, Perry Cox Farms, Next Generation Automotive, and Rusty Schlink Race Cars sponsoring Nick Finner.
Not Pitbull, the artist.
Or the car owner.
Or the
NASCAR car
same,
owner, yes.
One and the same, yep. Okay. So this is Group B in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying. Parker Martin right now at the top of the leaderboards. You see there on the left-hand side of your screen. Check that. Joseph Joyner going to the top of the leaderboard with a 15.703. Parker Martin now second with a 1.5794. The Pink Panther, Bob Gardner, going to go third with a 1.5822. Mike Provenzano, fourth quick with a 1.6352. And Nick Fenner, fifth quick with a 1.8734. So, James, the bar has been set in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group B by Milton, Florida's Joseph Joyner with a 1.5703, Ben.
Hey, guys, Joseph Joyner atop the leaderboard. On Sunday, he drove a nitrous-powered Crown Victoria at Bristol Motor Speedway. Cletus McFarland had the Bristol 1000, finished second in that race, but he told me that's the most fun he's ever had in a race car. A Crown Vic with nitrous power under the hood. What could go wrong?
That's actually James's everyday car.
That's parked on the helipad.
Yes.
Yeah. Up next will be the 10. How about this new paint scheme for Garrett Smith, DJ?
I like it.
Out of Eatonton, Georgia, the 18-year-old, the Rocket Vic Hill. Terminal Maintenance and Construction, Davis Tire, Garrett Smith Performance, Base Racing Fuel. Senior Life Insurance Company, Dirt Car Lift, the world-famous Cadillac Ranch, 71C in his throwback to his father's car from 1986. The late Delmas Conley, it's R.J. Conley. That is sharp, the red and white, number 71C out of Wheelersburg. The 50-year-old, the Rocket Dreamy, Conley River Terminal, Conley Trucking, and the 4G out of Camden, Ohio. 24-year-old Cody Evans of the Rocket Vic Hill, Performance Transports, Liquor Graphics, Base Fuels, Integra Shocks. And the 83, Masters built tonight, Dustin, the McCarter Brothers Racing entry, Clements Powered out of Johnson City, Tennessee. It is Jensen Ford in the Jim Beeman Lumber Parkway Liquor Store, Tennessee Homemade Wines, West End Package Store, McCarter Farms, and the 19M at Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia. In the Colton Miller Rocket Durham, Torco Racing Lubricants, Yellow Hammer Designed and Construction, the Mercantile by Miller. Where's the Mercantile? Mercantile, Molecule. I know that. Molecule, Griffin Radiators, Willwood Racing, Sea of Fire, Performance Parts and Fabrication, Neon Bubbles, Car Wash.
Not Suds.
No, not Suds Car Wash. He's not here.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
He's not going to be here.
Oh.
Former Dream winner, no.
Do you have inside information on that?
I'm just saying.
He's not going to be
My sources tell me.
Oh. Steve Casebolt, text me. Why are you not here? Cody Evans going to the top of the leaderboard with a 1.5616 in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying. Jensen Ford, third fastest, 1.5756. Will Harrington, sixth quick, 1.5902. R.J. Conley, 1.5978. Cody Evans, second lap, even quicker, James, 15.551. See if anybody is able to top oh my, Will Harrington. Second quick, 1.5659. Cody Evans, though, there's Will Harrington. Cody Evans in the 4G lays down the time to beat in Group B with a 1.5551. 10 cars have qualified. It's Cody Evans, Will Harrington, Joseph Joyner, your top three.
I don't believe Cody Evans has run for maybe a couple of months.
Yeah, he's not very many races.
He's
this
not
year.
raced at all hardly this year, but it's been a couple months since he's run, and right now top of the speed chart at 15.551, Ben.
Yeah, he last raced on June 30th, guys. So he raced, I think,
yeah.
2 weeks after we left here when the Eldora rained out. So, yeah, he has not raced since June 30th, top of the leaderboard. And how about Will Harrington? He's won in like 3 different divisions this year. Cool to see him up second. Man, this is a fun group here tonight. These are going to be some very fun features.
Up next, Ben, will be the 81. That'll be Jason Riggs out of College Grove, Tennessee, the 34-year-old in the Rocket Clements there. Slicker Graphics, RM Sports, Base Fuels and Oils, Best One Tire and Auto Care, Wiles Drive Shafts, Lintz, Towing and Recovery, Haas Horizontal, C Motor Sports, and Budabert Transmission, Holbrook Metal Fabrication, Philip of the 5, and the Savage Durham. That'll be Mark Whitener out of Middleburg, Florida for the 41-year-old. He's in the Angry Elephant Tattoos and Piercing, Baker Farms, Whitener's Tractor Services, Competition Racing Equipment, Matco Modular Services, Jet Concrete Metalworks, or Jet Concrete Works, Boswell Oil, VP Lubricants, Southeast Ship Repair, Jeff Robinson, in the Defiance, Ohio driver, 57 years old, in the Pierce RAC engine. Kai Blythe, the 31K out of Bunbury, Western Australia. 29 years old, in the Rocket Durham, Bar 31 of Bunbury, AccuForce Dynos and Testers. And Josh Robertson Dustin, 34 years old, out of Defiance, Ohio, the Team Zero. Doug Eitenauer engine, Sam Schweitzer Realty, Eitenauer Racing Services, Robertson Family Racing, P3.
Do we have both?
Both Robertsons, father and son, right? They're father and son, right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Defiance, Ohio.
Yes, Defiance, Ohio.
Good job. Yes, Jeff and Josh. Well, Cody Evans, the time to beat here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group B. And again, I know those of you watching at home live on FloRacing, it says Hot Laps Group B on the left-hand side of your screen. Just note that this is a dual Hot Lap qualifying session, so the times they lay down will determine where they start the Group B Chasing the Dream feature here a little bit later on tonight. Mark Whitener, the quickest in this group as of right now. It's 7th fastest with a 1.5827. Kai Blythe 11th, Jeff Robertson 13th, Josh Robertson 14th. And I think that's it, James.
Right now, Ford would be on the pole of the feature, but if they enter to 4, but we still got a ways to go yet here in Group 2. This will be feature number 2 tonight, 20 laps. Up next will be the 157. Never won a late model feature at Eldora. That's still hard to believe. Out of Winfield, Tennessee, that'll be Mike Marler, 44 years old, on the Ronnie Delk Longhorn Cornet. Tri-Rivers Enterprises, Rockets Convenience Plus, Bill Stein Shocks, Messia Valley Transportation, Can-Am Salvage, CapitalCapSigns.com. Followed by the 1C out of Colbert, Georgia. It'll be 31-year-old Kenny Collins at the Longhorn Vic Hill. Brady Racing, Collins Signs, Coltman Farms Racing, Dirt Car Lift. Followed by the 25 out of Salem, West Virginia. It'll be 57-year-old Mike Benedum in the Team Zero Clements. BSI Well Service, Black Rock Enterprises, C.E. Bircher's Ranch, Clarksburg Mac, Bruce and Unley Fabrication, followed by the 18 out of Manhattan, Kansas. It'll be 29-year-old Chase Younghands in the Greg Younghands, Rocket Clements, Younghands Discount Liquor, Shop Quick Convenience Stores, Bozard Ford, Grant Petroleum. And the final car here in this group will be Dean Carpenter, first time here at Eldora, Dustin, 57 years old, out of Coldwater, Mississippi, in the Rocket J. Dickens, Tennyson Brothers Sheet Metal, Carpenter Construction, Performance Bodies, Extreme Graphics.
Close. Not the Tennessee Brothers.
No. I was Tennessee Fine Wines on the 83 car.
Yes, yes.
By the way, if you're here with Tennessee Fine Wines, the McCarter, if you got some, I'm just saying.
What? Well, you didn't really finish that statement.
We enjoy all kinds of product.
Easy. Now, Mitch McCarter told me yesterday he was going to sit home and watch the broadcast. He's enjoying retired life right now, but he's got the car on the racetrack. Hey, guys, Dean Carpenter, last time here was in 2005 as a spectator, first time to race. Growing up, Riverside Speedway, I watched Dean Carpenter and a host of others, Terry Kerbo and the gang. That was the guys I grew up watching every Saturday night at Tiny Little Bull Ring. Cool to see him coming to Eldora for the first time.
All right, there'll be 2 more to go after this group. Again, the fastest in this feature number 2, Cody Evans right now, 15.551 in the 4G. There's Mikey Marler, second in the 50th World Wonder. That's when he made the Blue Horn, right? The Blue Horn became famous,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Second to Jonathan Davenport.
By the way, Mike Marler, I think, is the most expensive driver in the in your Dirt Draft fantasy lineup here.
Oh, in these 3 features?
Yes.
Really? What's his dollar value tonight?
Like $24,000 is pretty high, but I mean, look, he's got to be one of the odds-on favorites, right?
Sure.
He is the quickest right now in this group. 5th quick overall in Group B with a 1.5791. Trying to get inside that top 4 so he hits the invert. Again, the top 4 drivers in each of our 3 qualifying features will be inverted. No heat races for the Chasing the Dream drivers this evening. Again, if you're just tuning in, these are drivers that are not part of the Dirt Late Model Dream 2.0 and drivers that have never won a Dirt Late Model feature here at Eldora. Mike Marler, no surprise, James, to the top of the leaderboard with a 1.5425. Mike Benedum, 3rd quick. The former Stars Rookie of the Year, Mike Benedum with a 1.5648. He is 3rd quick. Chase Younghands, 5th quick with a 1.5672.
So that'll put Harrington on the pole, Benedum alongside. Right now, 2 more to go in this group.
You got him.
Erie, South Carolina, Zach Mitchell, the 57, the 26-year-old in the Longhorn, Vic Hill, Eubanks Oil, Clary Hood Construction, Fox Shocks, followed by Freddie Carpenter, the Vision, I can see it. Parkersburg, West Virginia for the 51-year-old. The Kryptonite Pro Power. Johnny Hill, Boston Pro Tech. Octane Race Products. C&T Services. Sponsored 0K car.
James.
Look, there he is.
I got a Suds update.
What did Steve say?
Steve Casebolt says, I'm coming. So your sources are wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad to be wrong, Steve.
I hate to be the one to break that information to you.
Because he's not in the dream.
Basically, folks, you can't trust James Essex. That's just what
Well,
we're
he's
saying.
already won here, so we save it for another day. Flip a house today, Steve.
Flip a house today.
Make some money. Come on out tomorrow night.
That's what's going to form our Dirt Late
Well,
Model
that'll be
Dream
good to
winner.
see. Well, that'll be good.
Good.
I'm glad.
All right.
We'll have Richmond, Indiana, the trifecta. We'll have Chamberlain, Casebolt, Creech.
That when I think of Richmond, Indiana, those are the three that I think of. Yes.
And Troy Cruz has got a car. He's not going to run maybe for a year. You
Really?
remember Troy Cruz?
Oh, I saw him win a race at Union County once.
Whitewater Valley
Yes.
Speedway, Union County Speedway.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right.
I was there. Troy Cruz won one night. The next week, and they had 12 cars. The next week, I think Daryl Lanigan won and Jeff Alsop car, and they had 30 cars.
Was that an IRS race?
No, it was a regular show.
Okay.
You never knew what you were going to get at that place.
Been there several times.
I liked it. The big paperclip.
Mike Marlar, Cody Evans, Mike Benedum, Will Arrington.
Zach Mitchell going to go 11th quick on his first lap, 1.5896. Fast Freddie Carpenter, 17th quick, 1.6245. White flag going to come in again and get 3 qualifying laps. Zach Mitchell jumps up to 6. He's trying to hit the invert, 1.5688. Fast Freddie Carpenter gallops across the line. He's 16th quick at a 1.6001. Second and final lap for Zach Mitchell. Not quite as good. 1.5711. He'll be 6th fastest. Cannot break into the top 4. Fast Freddie Carpenter like a thoroughbred across the line in his third quick, James. 1.5631.
No,
Let's
yeah.
go. Mid-Ohio Valley on the front row, baby, of Group B. Mike Benedum and Freddie Carpenter. It looks like a Saturday night at Tyler County.
Oh, the vision is 2020, and that's awesome.
That's cool.
So, yes, Benedum on the pole. Freddie be on the outside.
There you
Of
have
the
it.
second feature of the night. Can you imagine this celebration if he would win tonight? This is awesome. For any driver, 3 of them, they're going to be on stage celebrating here in a little bit as
cool.
the third and final. That's
cool, man. That's what I love about this race, or these races, these 3 races. 20 laps, kind of elbows up, no heat races. Don't need heat races, really. You just qualify them and run them, man. It's cool. It's a really, really neat idea.
He's still on the scale, so he got a red light. He's good because it's all red,
yes,
right?
it's all red
right now.
Look at that fixed.
All right, so there we go.
There is someone on the way to make the red light green. It was red for a long time.
What do we need
remember?
to do? Just change the bulb, or what do we need to do here?
Why don't you go down?
We got
and
some
check that
wires
out?
crossed, don't we?
Yes, we do. There are wires crossed.
Call in
yes.
Schwally. He's an electrician.
Yes.
He could probably get it done. All right, John Hodgkiss. He's going to be out here in Group. First race of the year, I believe. I'm certain.
I think so.
Former Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway
Busy
champion.
getting the car lettered.
Yes, he did. He's building decks.
Yes.
You see
Hodgkiss Lumber. If you want the best, write the checks. John Hodgkiss.
That's right. That's right.
Or Johnny Huck, whichever you prefer. McKees Rock, Pennsylvania, with a 42-year-old in Rockets Clements. Hodgkiss Lumber, Hodgkiss Construction. Now, be careful with this one, Dustin.
Okay.
Decorators Decking. That's one of his sponsors. Decorators Decking.
Okay.
Because he does decks.
He
and
does,
all-
yes,
and Nigel
yes.
Solutions. All right. James Rice, you know him.
Yes.
That's Josh's older brother.
Does not do decks.
Jerry. By the way, Jerry Rice, I saw him earlier.
Former track champ.
He won the very first Sunoco American Late Model Series race here in 1995.
Yes, he did.
When Earl was the owner. He also won when Tony Stewart owned the place as well. He won a Sunoco American Late Model
Were
Series.
both of those in the Brooks 1B cars?
Probably so.
Or was he
Brian
that would
Brian
have been
Brooks?
after. Yeah, it would have been after he drove like the ZR1 and everything.
The ZR1
right?
for
Yeah.
Dick Anderson,
Yes.
the late Dick Anderson. Yes, the ZR1.
Yeah, probably both. Yeah, those were both probably in the Brooks cars.
Well, James is out of Verona, Kentucky. He's in the 29-year-old in the Robert Starrett Rocket Dramey, Air Max Heating and Cooling, Quality Electrostatic Painting, followed by the 58. That'll be Ashton Winger out of Hampton, Georgia. In the Augie Bertram Big Frog Motorsports, Rocket Clements, Dave's Towing, M&W Transport, Integral, Cala Restaurant Supply, Boswell Oil, Best Way Transportation. And to 3, welcome back two-time late model track champion here, John Henry, the 36-year-old out of Ada, Ohio, on the Rick DeLong Rocket Dargy, Posi Flow, Penske Shocks, Warpaint Graphics, and the 18D, second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie there chasing the Lucas Oil Series. That'll be Dalton Wilson out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. James Ratliff, the owner of that Longhorn, MGL Auto Sales, Keltner Contracting, the Auto Outlet, Worldwide Custom Car Haulers, Grantley Farms, Equiplano Auction Group, JRR Auto Sales. And that's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you.
Some,
I just want to make sure.
Pretty good drivers in this
Oh,
group.
this is going to be fun. This is great. To stand on the stage, 3 of them for the first time ever.
I talked to John Henry for just a brief minute. He was in the not the staging lane, the tech line. He was in the tech line down there. I said, man, I can't believe. I said, I've known you a long time. Can't believe you've never won a late model feature here. I said, I knew you won several modified races. He said, yeah. He said, I hate that I'm in this race tonight. He said, I wish I would have won a late model feature here. He said, I've probably given a few away.
Right.
Probably should have won a few more.
And he's won 2 late model track championships here, along with the modified. So
yes.
But the modified win don't count as far as the late models obviously is concerned. But we're ready to go. This will be feature number 3 here. There's Ashton Winger. And very good in that Augie Bertram, Big Frog Motorsports, a team based in Ocala, Florida for the Hampton, Georgia driver.
Yeah, picked up a ULMS late model win at Lernerville Speedway in that ride there a few weeks back.
They keep it up at Brian Doherty.
Yep.
And Pennsylvania, Integra Racing Shocks.
So Ashton Winger right now the quickest of this group of drivers with a 1.5680 in what is Group C, the final group in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying. Ashton Winger with a 1.5382 now. That is quickest. Dalton Wilson second quick. James Rice third. John Hodgkiss and John Henry. And we'll see if that's how they wrap up, James. And I think it's going to be how they wind up here in Group C. All 5 drivers, good laps, all 5 drivers in the 15-second bracket. I think in that first group we had 3 drivers in the 15-second bracket. This group has 5. Ashton Winger laying down the time to beat with a 1.5382. Dalton Wilson second quick. James Rice third. John Hodgkiss fourth. And John Henry fifth in 5, with 5 quick drivers in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group C.
The next 5 will be the 11K out of Russellville, Arkansas. That'll be John Kirby, the 48-year-old in the Rocket Clements. Kirby Specialties Corporation Construction Resources Group, Eagle Lake Farms, Registered Angus, followed by the 5-star. Ionium, Michigan, the home for Bryant Dickinson, a 32-year-old. By the way, best wishes to his wife, Rebecca. New baby son, Cole, on its way in November.
Hey, how about that?
Congratulations to the Dickinson family. Hope everything works out well for you. He's in a Laser Rhine, BD&R Wealth Management, Vanderveen Napa Auto, Forest Restoration, Lucky Dog Grooming, Freedom Reigns, and the 5N out of Batesville, Indiana, 26-year-old Dustin Nobby. He's in the Rocket Clements, Nobby Mower Shop, Spencer's Leading Landscape, C-Tech, Collins Signs. 21K out of Ewing, Virginia, 28-year-old Dakota Knuckles. He's in the Rocket Vic Hill, Markham Oil, Hickory Star Resort and Marina, Florida Veterinary Cardiology, Smith's Commissary, Turnkey Realty, Western Building Supply, Javita Enterprises, Hills Truck Repair, LMC Excavating in the 16 out of Decorah, Iowa's 36-year-old Tyler Burning in the Greg Burning, Capital Clements for Skyline Motorsports, Olson Explosives, Browns Heavy Equipment, Base Fuels Truck Country, Penske Shocks, Bruning Rock Products, Bennett Explosives, your next 5 here in Group C.
Once again, Ashton Winger the time to beat here in Group C with a 1.5382. There's 5 more drivers on the track for this dual Hot Lap qualifying session here, presented by Dirt Draft. Just a few more minutes left to set your Dirt Draft fantasy lineups for the 3 Chasing the Dream features, as well as the opportunity to jump in the remainder of the 28th Dirt Late Model Dream feature as well. Just go to dirtdraft.com. Dustin Nobby right now. Check that. Dakota Knuckles, the quickest of this 5-car group. 3rd quick overall in Group C with a 1.5573. Dustin Nobby second in this group, 4th overall. Tyler Bruning, 3rd in this group, 5th overall. Dustin Nobby now goes to 2nd quick in Group C with a 1.5548. And that will do it for this second group of 5 drivers. Dustin Nobby, quickest in this group, 2nd quick overall with a 1.5548. Dalton Wilson, 3rd quick in Group C with a 1.5553. Dakota Knuckles, 4th quick. Tyler Bruning, 5th quick. They all still chase Ashton Winger, James, whose best lap of 1:53.82 is the time to beat in Group C.
Gordy Gendaker will be up next, Dustin. He's out of St. Charles, Missouri. The 30-year-old in the Longhorn Clements, Lucas Oil Products, McCain Knapp Auto Parts, Haas Horizontal, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, J&C Properties, followed by the 97 out of South Isaac, Kentucky, 36-year-old Michael Chilton in the Rocket Bullock, Caden Industrial Painting, MKC Motorsport, Transport, rather, Rick Purvis Contractors, not Jeff Purvis Contractors, but Rick Purvis.
Close.
Maybe his brother, I don't know. Slicker Graphics, Equiplano Auction Group, Clayton Homes, followed by the 21H three-time Florence track champion out of Walton, Kentucky. It'll be 35-year-old Robbie Hensley in the Rocket Pro Power, iDrive Auto Sales, Wingate, Crane Services, Amerigo Home Leasing, Strong's Brick Oven, Kentucky Auto Service, Smooth Moves Realtors, and Triple Crown Chiropractic Center. Followed by the 130 out of Kankakee, Illinois, 19-year-old Chase Osterhoff in the Rocket Pro Power, Country Flower Market. Drawley, great people. They are. That's what it says, great people. Great cars.
Great
Go
cars.
to Drawley,
Great
yes.
people.
Osterhoff, Fence, Slim's Poorhouse, Simpson Race Products, Fast Lane Reps, and the 44 in the Robert Earl Racing Kryptonite Custom. It'll be Tyler Carpenter out of Parkersburg, West Virginia for the 31-year-old. Up next in 44. How about that? The Trademark Excavating ADC Paving Slicker Graphics Pro Power under the hood of the 44. Not a custom, but a Pro Power.
Not Scotty
For Robert
Earl.
Earl Racing out of Louisville.
And not Scotty Earl, Tyler Carpenter.
No, not, yeah. How's he doing so far?
Well, right now he is 14th out of 15 with a 1.7251. Robbie Hensley, 7th quick with a 1.5784. Chase Osterhoff goes 12th quick with a 1.6269. Final time around for each of these drivers. And I don't know the 97. Yeah, there he is, Michael Chilton. So here's how they shake out in that group, James. Robbie Hensley with a 1.5784. He is 7th quick. Tyler Carpenter, 12th quick with a 1.6231. Michael Chilton, 11th quick with a 1.6145. Gordy Gundaker, 10th quick with a 1.6002. And I'm missing someone. Chase Osterhoff, 13th quick with a 1.6269. Ashton Winger, still the time to beat in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group C with a 1.5382. 15 drivers have qualified. 7 drivers remain.
Up next will be the 63 car, the 38-year-old out of Holland, Ohio, Terry Rushlow. He's into Longhorn Gressman, Estel's Auto, Tireman Auto Service Center, DPF Alternatives, 10 Mile Creek Excavating, followed by the 42 NASCAR Truck Series regular, formerly out of Portage, Michigan, now living in Mooresville, North Carolina, 19-year-old Carson Hosevar. He's in the Kryptonite, Vic Hill, Andy's Frozen Custard, Shocker Hitch, Nice Equipment, Premier Security, and the 111 out of Sylvester, Georgia. You know him as the fastest honeybee. 36-year-old Stephen Roberts in the Rocket Clements. Roberts B Company, Lennox River Ranch, Go Lithium Drywall Systems. Followed by the 8 out of Swanton, Ohio. 35-year-old Rob Anderzak in the Longhorn Gressman Tri-County Tire. 10 Mile Creek Excavating, APC Motorsports. And the 145 Chase Fronapple. He's out of Canal, Winchester, Ohio. The 22-year-old of the Longhorn Clements. Fronapple Motorsports, R&J Trucking and Hauling, Nexon Tire, Naylor Motorsports. So that should leave us 2 more, I believe, Austin Neely and 16-year-old Justin White in his Eldora debut.
And I see them. They're in the staging league.
They are there. You got to be 16 to race here. So Tristan Chamberlain.
Next year.
Next year.
Next year.
I think, is he 15 next year or 16?
He will be 16 next year,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
All right, we'll see if anyone can knock Ashton Winger off the top of the DirtDraft.com leaderboard here. In his quick lap, 1.5382, top 4 will be inverted for tonight's 20-lap, $5,000 to win, chasing the dream feature here at Eldora. There's a good look at the Andy's Frozen Custard, Nice Motorsports, number 42 of Carson Hosevar. Stephen Roberts, 11th quick with a 1.6071.
Hosevar did run the Dirt Derby race here, right? The Truck Series race here, didn't he? A couple of years ago.
So he ran, I think he got second at Bristol, the Bristol Dirt Race earlier this year.
Former Winchester 400 winner over to Winchester, Indiana.
Yeah, he is right now. Hosevar is 18th, 1.6710. Chase Fronapple 15th. Terry Rushlow, the Oakshade regular, 1.6227, 13th quick. Stephen Roberts' best lap right now, 8th quick, 1.5814. Rob Anderzak, 17th quick, 1.6552. And I believe that'll do it for that group. 2 more drivers left to qualify. The top 4 is unchanged. Dakota Knuckles still 4th quick. Dalton Wilson 3rd fastest. Dustin Nobby 2nd quick. Ashton Winger in the Big Frog Motorsports 58. James still the time to beat here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group C 15382 with a pair of drivers left to go.
And then we'll have hot laps for those 24 cars already in the Dirt Late Model Dream. Postponed from June. Those cars making their way to the staging area now. Austin Neely will be up next. First time at Eldora was for the Eldora Million at a New Tazewell, Tennessee. The 28-year-old in the Team Zero race cars, Vic Hill Power Plant, Under the Hood Reese Monument, First Century Bank, 4 seasons boat and RV service. Also, Loakwood Surplus Barn, MRC Transportation, 5-star Properties, Mary's Home Furnishings, Clayton Homes, Race Technologies by Weaver. And then the 20W out of Stevensville, Michigan, 16-year-old Justin White, son of longtime driver Chad White in the Pierce Rhine. White's Refrigeration, Heating, and Cooling Teas, Tap of Coloma. Furman Hauling and Excavating, Vanderveen's Napa, Delmar's Lawn Care, Harbor Homes Creations, Trickle Ease, Schaefer's Oil, and Northern Michigan Forestry sponsor Justin White. First time here racing at the Big E. Final 2 of the night qualifying.
We'll see if either of them have anything to make their way into the top 4. Again, Dakota Knuckles right now 4th quick with a 1.5573. Good lap for Austin Neely, James. On lap number 1, he is 11th quick, 1.5996. See if Neely is able to pick it up, and he looks like trouble on Justin White's number 20. He is slow on the front straightaway, and he's going to make the hard left-hand turn back into the infield pit area. Austin Neely's second lap is a tick better, but he stays 11th, 1.5893. Justin White, he will log a lap. It'll be 20th quick, and a 20.066. Austin Neely comes around turn number 4 down to the checkered flag. We'll see if he's able to pick up 4/10. He is not. He will check in 11th quick at a 1.5893. John Henry 10th, John Hodgkiss 9th, Stephen Roberts 8th, 7th is Robbie Hensley, 6th James Rice, 5th Tyler Bruni, your 4th quick qualifier unofficially starting on the pole. Dakota Knuckles 3rd quick on the outside front row, the 18D of Dalton Wilson, 2nd quick the 5N of Dustin Nobby, and your quick qualifier in Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for Group B is the driver out of Hampton, Georgia in the Big Frog Motorsports number 58, Ashton Winger, with a lap of 1.5.382. So that will conclude Dirt Draft Hot Lap qualifying for your Chasing the Dream drivers. And again, those are the drivers that are not part of the rescheduled Dirt Late Model Dream and have never won a late model feature here at Eldora Speedway. 66 drivers in all. They were split immediately after the pill draw into Group A, B, and C. Group A, B, and C qualified against their respective group, and they will run a 20-lap feature for $5,000 to win against their respective group here in just a few moments. Next up, we will have a couple hot lap sessions, again, for the drivers already locked in to the 28th running of the Dirt Late Model Dream. Again, 14 laps are complete, 86 laps still remain in the 28th annual Dirt Late Model Dream, James.
And we'll line them up double file when we get ready for that here in a little bit. So it'll be Chris Madden was the race leader. Brandon Overton was running second, so they will be side by side
Hudson
here
O'Neill
in a little bit.
Yeah, Hudson O'Neill was running third. You remember who was running fourth? Carson Ferguson.
Carson Ferguson.
That is right.
Here's Carson.
Yes, thank you. Here's Johnny.
That's right.
Here's Carson.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, Tim McCready, 5th. Kyle Strickler was 6th. Zach Dome, 7th. Chris Ferguson, 8th. Kyle Bronson, 9th. And Greg Satterley rounds out the top 10. Here when we go back to, and that will, of course, be the finale tonight when we go back to racing in the Dirt Late Model Dream.
Hey, guys, real quick, Randy, we're down here in the infield, and I don't know that I've ever seen before hot laps, and I think he voluntarily did it. We just saw Chris Madden maybe able to get a droop check and a few other things. What did you notice?
Yeah, definitely. With him starting on the front like this, I'm sure they just want to double check themselves because, you know, we've seen people thrown out over this group rule, and that just shows they probably done a little different setup. So therefore, they didn't want to go by their measurement at the trailer. They actually wanted the officials to check it. So now you look, you've got a couple more lined up doing the same thing. It's just a big deal. You know, quarter inch, knock you out 128,000. You better stop and get it checked.
Well, we've seen 20 pounds cost 100,000 before, so qualifying's in the books for these guys that have never won here before. What did you think about it and the way some of these lineups are looking for these main events?
Oh man, just like we was talking, I'd love to have Cameron up here because I think that would have been a good experience for him. We got people like the Dakota Knuckles and all them guys that runs good back around home, and everybody else in their area that just actually get a chance to run kind of with equal people as experience-wise, and then that lets them be up front or actually gets a race under the belt before they kick off for the world.
Well, again, these are going to be 3 fun features coming up later, but right now the guys that are going after 128,000 tonight, they're getting ready to come out for their hot lap session.
Ben, I got a real quick question for Randy as well. As we talk about Chris Madden going and getting that droop check, Randy, he's in a different race car. How easy or difficult is it to be just a quarter or half inch off on that droop in a different race car, especially with the way these chassis are made now and with the way these shocks and springs are?
Well, the chassis part is pretty basic. I mean, all the guys, they got jigs and, you know, all your bracket and hookup points are the same, but sometimes the pieces you bolt on, you know, a new chain might stretch a little bit the first couple of times you run it, or the droop limiter might actually seat in a little bit. So now you got a new piece. It hadn't already been ran 10 or 12 races like his other car, so that just makes you make sure something hadn't moved that you hadn't called back at the shop.
Right, and you remember also Randy, of course, at the North-South 100, he and Jonathan Davenport started in the front row, but without a lap scored, he broke a J-bar and a drive shaft in this car, and has not raced since.
Yeah, that don't make you feel real good. Sometimes when you break stuff like that, it's right around the important part of the race car where the 4 bars hook up. So I'm sure they went over it with a fine-tooth comb and they'll be okay. But when you have stuff like that go on, sometimes that can make stuff move that you normally don't even look for. So I'm sure that was part of, you know, letting the officials check it and make sure he's right.
All right, well, we got a group of drivers on the track now that are in the 28th Dirt Late Model Dream conclusion to be run here a little bit. They're going to run a set of Dirt Draft hot laps. Don't forget, if you've not yet done so, there is the original Dream contest that for those of us that play Dirt Draft, those lineups are already locked. There is a Dream do-over contest, James, that really anybody can jump in and join and draft. And then, of course, we mentioned the Chasing the Dream contest as well. So also don't forget, if you are not yet a member of DirtDraft.com, I highly recommend it. I enjoy a little bit of sports gambling and going out and I don't know, just seeing how I can do really. But if you
still get a T-shirt,
you
right?
get a T-shirt. Yep. If you are a new subscriber, you get a free FloHawk, Lucas Oil 800 Series All-Star Circuit Tuners or USAC T-shirt. If you're a new subscriber, I think it's like $6.99 a month. It's money well spent. You're spending $7 a month to just have a lot of fun. And the cool thing is, you get to accumulate points. You can actually cash those points in for some different prizes and stuff too. It's really, really neat. I really enjoy Dirt Draft, and it gives me something a little more to look forward to on the weekends. This first group of drivers in this Dirt Draft hot lap session lay down sometimes. Now, again, these are drivers that are already locked into the 28th Dirt Late Model Dream, so this is nothing more than a test session. In Brandon Shepard and Brandon Overton, James, to the top of the leaderboard. Shep with a 1.5501. And, of course, the announcement came out at the end of last week. Brandon Shepard next year going back to the family-owned ride. He'll be in the family-owned B5 all year next year. Just had his third kid. His wife, Michaela, wants to be a little closer to home, spend a little more time with them. So he'll be stepping out of the Rocket One at the end of this season. And Hudson O'Neal will be taking over the reins of the Rocket Chassis House car starting in 2023.
Silly season has started early. Remember a year ago, Earl Pearson Jr. left the Black Diamond team to go Jason Papage. They were not here at the World last year, but then they debuted in Knoxville the week after, next week.
That's right.
All live here on FloRacing, by the way, at the end of the month.
Thank you.
Knoxville next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then Brownstown Speedway, Friday, Saturday. The night before the Jackson 100. All live here on FloRacing in the next few weeks. What? Mine's like, I'm a kid on Christmas morning, right? Eldora, Knoxville, Brownstown. Can I get any,
And sandwiched in between all of that, also on FloRacing. Yes, Tuesday.
Yes.
This Tuesday, like less than a week from now. I'd look at my watch.
Yes, it is.
Castrol FloRacing Night in America at #Falls, America's Dirt Track. Fairbury Speedway. $22,000 to win on Tuesday night at Fairbury. Can't wait. James, I had to miss the PDC. I had COVID. I had to miss the Prairie Classic. I hated it. It crushed me.
And Brandon Shepard, the current points leader in the Castro FloRacing Not in America points.
Yes, he is. Good job. Thank you
very much in the Valvoline #1 car. So right now, the other drivers out there, there's the 44, Chris Madden, 14 wins this year. Overall, the best year he has ever had of his career, and there's still a lot of big races to go. He has never won a crown jewel race here at Eldora. The $1 Million Man curse, could it be over this weekend? He'll have 2 shots at it. Devin Moran, Dustin, in that #9, the Ty Torek Longhorn. How about Shannon Babb going to the Longhorn Vic Hill, the Donna Gross seat entry? He's got a good hot rod the last few weeks. Was he second at Fairbury last Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Behind Bobby Pierce.
Yes, that's right. That's true. That is true. Yeah, Bobby Pierce won by 6.6 seconds.
He did. Zach Doan in the 17 car. Right now, it's still Brandon Shepard at 15.501. There you see the 9Z car. He'll be in the dirt dream here in a little bit. Down to you. Is it Ben or Mike?
It's Ben, but it's going to be a question for Randy. So some of my sprint car brethren, Kevin Newsom, to be exact, he sent me a text. He said, us sprint car guys, explain what the droop rule is. And Randy, what better person than you? Give us the top line of what they're checking for when they do the droop test.
Well, the droop rule is how much the left rear actually drops out off the spring when you're on the gas. So for years, they didn't really know how to control that. So they started just taking a 40 thousandths piece of sheet metal, jack the car up until it'll slide under the left rear, and now this year the right rear. When both of them's off the ground, then they measure from the ground to the top of the T-bar, 6 inches in from the left. All of the cars have got a mark or a sticker on them, and then that's where the measurement is of the 51 inches. They don't allow any kind of give on that either. That's max. So what they're trying to do is control how much the left rear comes up, which controls people from running triple stack springs to more technology to try to make things harder to deal with for the lower budget teams. So they're trying to control that, and they said it's some for safety, but I have my questions about all that. That's what it is.
All right, guys, thank you. Out of the track, the 1ST. Diamond Nationals winner this year at Lucas Oil Speedway. That'll be Johnny Scott, Earl Pearson Jr., the Lucas Oil 46, Hudson O'Neill, the 71, the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports car. Out of Martinsville, Indiana, the 49. 4-time World 100 winner, Jonathan Davenport. He'll restart 20th here tonight. 18 overall wins this year. For the Lance Landers, Double L Motorsports, Lance and Darla Landers, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Longhorn. They have a Clements under the hood tonight, the 39 car. The current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader will be Tim McCready out of Watertown, New York. In the Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Longhorn. But Dustin, it's still Brandon Shepard, Brandon Overton, Kyle Strickler, Ricky Thornton Jr. here, the top 4. In hot laps for the 24 starters. That'll restart the Dirt Late Model Dream here in a little bit.
You know, you made a good point about Jonathan Davenport, who, by the way, is 15th right now. Jonathan Davenport, no doubt about it, the hottest driver in the country. He is restarting in the 20th position, and it can be done. I mean, we've seen guys come from dead last.
Well, he won the Eldora Million, obviously, and he did come back, and then we ran the Dream. And remember the difficulty. He had to start shotgun, didn't he? Not on the B main. Just to make it into the show, he had to run, the top 4,
yes,
didn't
that's right.
That?
Yeah, good call.
And after him and Tyler Erb had a little kerfuffle, let's say, in their heat race.
There's a drink, Mike Norris. Yep.
Yeah, there's a drink, Mike Norris. But anyway, so Davenport, he won that B main. Am I not right? He came from the back and won it.
Came from the back and won, or at least trained. He might have got second, but he made it in. Yes, he came from dead last. Yes, you're exactly right.
There's Hudson O'Neill's throwback to his grandfather, Marvin O'Neill. The 71 car, of course, his dad, Don.
Uncle Marty.
Uncle Mike Miles, former promoter at Bloomington Speedway.
Not Shelby.
Well. Shelby's Mike's son.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, yep. We got, we have one more now. I was going to say,
I think we've got those cars that are not in any of the racing tonight.
There's some cars in purgatory. there is what is that, Medfly, is that Care Flight right there, Premier Health Helicopter coming in. You are not parked on the helipad
Don't worry. No,
today, right?
me nor Norris are parked here.
Okay, good.
2 years ago, we got in trouble.
2 years ago.
We were not on. Well, we were told to park there, and then
400 people on the ground. You can park anywhere you want to. James Essex and Mike Norris park on the helipad.
I think there were 40 people here.
40 cars, and two of them were on the helipad.
And James said I could park there. That was the issue.
I did say that.
We
yes,
found
I
out
did.
earlier. We can't believe everything James Essex tells us. Yes. So these are the drivers that are, as we said, they're in purgatory. They are not part of the Dirt Late Model Dream. They have not won a Dirt, or they have either they are. Hello.
Yeah.
They've either won a Dirt Late Model feature at Eldora, or not part of the Dirt Late Model Dream makeup.
And one of those is Billy Moyer.
He's
840. He's won 6 World 100s.
6
in the Tim and
Globes.
Patty Lance 21. Yes, 6 Globes. Billy Moyer 21.
Spencer Hughes. I see him there. Spencer Hughes is one.
Oh no! Look at this!
Oh.
Look at this! No!
Oh my! Where did he come from?
Planet Zero has landed. The
He's
aliens
not
have landed.
He's not camping anymore.
No, he brought the tent. The tent's here.
Hey, Benji, Spencer Hughes is down there. Refresh my memory. He won a prelim.
He won the Baltus Classic last year.
Oh,
yes.
Remember that?
That's right.
He
yes,
did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Of course, Darrell Lanigan, Jimmy Owen, some other driver, Ricky Weiss, former track champ, Dwayne Chamberlain down there as well.
You know, guys, it's funny. I was talking to Ricky Weiss. He said, I'm actually very depressed tonight. I'm not in the dream, and I can't run one of these 5,000 to win races. As we see the helicopter land on James' car any moment now. You can watch it live on the Jumbotron. It's like watching the chase scene from Cops, but it's going to be James, his Ford Pinto circa 83.
Yeah, it's a 73 Ford Pinto.
My bad.
Pontiac 5.
How about Ben? How about Dwayne Chamberlain? He thought his season was over about a couple of months ago at FloRacing Speedway. Was involved in an accident, got into the wall, but he's back. The Richmond, Indiana veteran. How about that in the 20C car?
Man, you can't hold Dwayne down. He had his neck injury a few years ago, his back injury, and he came back from that. These racers are tough. They find a way. And DJ, you made the comment. That is one awesome-looking race car that he's got here this week.
Yeah, Dwayne Chamberlain, he's just now pulling out onto the racetrack. I don't know how well it's going to show in the daylight, but that 20C of Dwayne Chamberlain, he is celebrating with his longtime wrap designer, Kurt Wilson of Wide Open Graphics. Wide Open Graphics is celebrating 20 years, so the 20 on Dwayne Chamberlain's car. And you see a little bit there as it reflects. That is a really cool prism green on the side of that race car. I think it's going to look even better under the lights if he gets the opportunity to race. But Kurt sent me that actually a couple weeks ago and sent me some close-ups of it. Man, that thing, it reflects really, really cool, that green does. In the lights. And so Dwayne Chamberlain back here racing again. Kurt Wilson and Wide Open Graphics.
Yeah,
they are celebrating 20 years together, and that's a really cool wrap. And there is the other white and green number 20.
Can we pull enough money together to have a race for just these guys?
You know,
Are you kidding me?
It's funny. It's funny that we have the camera on Jimmy Owens because I was actually talking to Mike Hayes, his T-shirt guy back in the pit area, and Mikey and I, we had the same conversation. I said, we got enough of these guys. We could almost pull the money together and have a race just for these guys as well. That'd be kind of cool. And of course they didn't. They didn't have any idea exactly how many there were going to be or anything like that. Hindsight is 20/20, but there's enough of these guys. I think at one time they maybe had 16 or 18 of them. I don't know that we have quite that many here right at this particular moment, but
Shane
that would have been kind of cool. Yeah,
pair of 25s there. Shane Clan out of Zebulon, Georgia, former Dream and World 100 winner. Also out there in the 15K car, former Dream winner. That'll be Rick Eckert. There's the 9R car, the veteran Curtis Roberts out of Coleman, Michigan. Ricky Weiss in the 7, as you mentioned. Also out there is Jerry Bowersock, two-time track champion out of Wapakoneta, Ohio.
Two-time just in the late model, by the way.
Yes, Darrell Lanigan in that capital car, Tony Jackson Jr. There's the 15K car. Again, Dale Hollage drove that car
Sat on
the pole at Port Royal. He and Ricky Thornton Jr. were on the front row, but Rick Eckert, the Hall of Famer, behind the wheel, and Ricky Weiss right now in that Sniper, Dryden Sniper 15760, Dustin. But how about Darrell Lanigan, that Tony Jackson Jr. owned Capital? First time they've had it on the track. Of course, Tony Jackson Jr. has been on a roll in the Lucas Oil MLRA series since he got his Capital.
Yeah, he's won 4 of the past 6 events, actually 4 of the first 6, and one of them had an oil pump issue starting on the front row last weekend, then he won the next 2. He's been very, very good in it. And we'll see what Lanigan can do this weekend. Randy Weaver's already given his seal of approval. He thinks this will be a Darrell Lanigan type race car. Will this Capital number 29?
There's a good look at the crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, for those of you watching at home, make sure that you tweet your flow seat. Use the hashtag tweet your flow seat. Let us know where you're watching from. James, we say it in every broadcast. We may or may not get an opportunity. We typically don't. We're typically just balls to the wall in terms of everything that is happening. We don't typically get a chance to look at those during the racing action, but I certainly love looking at them when I get back to my Airbnb a little bit later on this evening. Let us know where you're watching from. Show us those pictures. Hashtag tweet your flow seat. And let us know where you're watching from. Don't forget to get your Eldora 50/50 tickets. You can see the winner share the 50/50 creeping up on $10,000. If you're here on the ground, you can buy them from any of the 50/50 sellers. If you are anywhere in the state of Ohio or here on the grounds, you can go to Eldora5050.com and buy your tickets virtually. You have the same exact chance of winning. I've been downstairs. I've seen them, James. They print the tickets off right there. Go to Eldora5050.com and take a chance at winning a whole lot of money. That having been said, you can see, those of you here on the grounds, that the Group A Chasing the Dream feature is getting lined up in the staging lane. We are going to step away for a quick set of commercial breaks, and when we come back, we will have the opening ceremonies for this evening's event. So you're going to see a few ads. Those of you watching at home, we're going to show you a little teaser as well for a little piece that our team at Flow has been